Hello there. Welcome to Philosophy. I'm your instructor this semester, K.D. Borkeman. Please take a look at what follows, and I hope you'll get a very distinct sense of what you're in store for this semester. Thank you for joining me. And now a reading from Plato's famous Allegory of the Cave. And now, let me show in a figure how far our nature is enlightened or unenlightened. Behold, human beings living in an underground cave, which has a mouth open towards the light and reaching all along the cave. Here they have been from their childhood, and have their legs and necks chained so that they cannot move, and can only see before them, being prevented by the chains from turning round their heads. Above and behind them a fire is blazing at a distance, and between the fire the prisoners there is a raised way. And you will see, if you look, a low wall built along the way, like the screen which marionette players have in front of them. Do you not see men passing along the wall carrying all sorts of vessels, and statues, and figures of animals made of wood and stone and various materials which appear over the wall? Some of them are talking, others silent. Like ourselves, they see only their own shadows, or the shadows of one another, which the fire throws on the opposite wall of the cave. And now look to see what will naturally follow if the prisoners are released and disabused of their error. At first, when any of them is liberated and compelled suddenly to stand up and turn his neck round and walk and look towards the light, he will suffer sharp pains. The glare will distress him, and he will be unable to see the realities of which in his former state he had seen the shadows, and then conceive some one saying to him that what he saw before was an illusion, but that now, when he is approaching nearer to the being, and his eye is turned towards more real existence, he has a clearer vision. What will be his reply? And you may further imagine that his instructor is pointing to the objects as they pass and requiring him to name them. Will he not be perplexed? Will he not fancy that the shadows which he formerly saw are truer than the objects which are now shown? Perhaps you have become acquainted already with this famous allegory, dating from centuries ago. Perhaps you have not. Then again, you might be more familiar with the more recent updated version. And the question always to bear in mind is, would you take the red pill in order to ascend into the light, to awaken from Plato's cave? Or would you remain satisfied with the blue pill? That is the question always to ponder.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
You could say that.
I can see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth. Do you believe in fate, Neil?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
I know exactly what you mean. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix?
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room, you can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. Follow me. Hey, Pac, are we online? Almost.
Philosophy is about awakening from our dogmatic slumbers, becoming more astute, trying to clarify our thinking, trying to understand each other, engaging in dialogue about incredibly important issues, such as, for example, what is happiness? What is a good life? What is reality? In our semester, I'm hoping to discuss all of these concepts with you and much more. And more importantly, my hope is to facilitate discussion between and amongst you. Have a good semester.